Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am starting the long overdue makeup collection declutter. My collection is not massive, but I have never fully gone through it and got rid of things. So most of what I'm going to be getting rid of, because my collection is not huge, are things that are expired, like things that are too old that I don't really feel comfortable using anymore. And I thought a good place to start would be with my single eyeshadows and my eyeliners. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this new series coming up. I have a lot to go through. We have lip products, base products, cheek products, all of that. I want to go through my entire collection, but this is where we're going to start to kind of dip my toes in and get used to it, because I am really someone that does not like to get rid of my makeup. So first off, over here on this side are just the things I have in my everyday makeup drawer right now. So I will quickly go over them so you can see everything I have in my collection. These are colored liners, or like non-black liners basically. These are black eyeliners, plus this is my Maybelline Lash Sensational waterproof mascara. It just lives in here because I don't use waterproof mascara very often. And then here we have my more glitter type products, and then these are my single powder shadows, and then there's like a few duos and trios and stuff over there. Let's start off with what was in my everyday makeup drawer. First up, I have this Jante Bleu eyeliner in dark brown. I will swatch some things for you here. It's just a like pretty neutral, regular old dark brown shade, and all of these things are going to return to my everyday makeup drawer. This is the Pixie Crayon Combo in Brighten and Lighten. So this side, it's like a matte nude shade. It's kind of peachy, so it's really brightening. Sorry, my voice is disappearing as always in the colder months. Wow, the lighten side feels like it's getting pretty dry in there, but I still want to keep it for this peachy shade here. So I am going to hold on to this, but I don't know for how much longer this is going to stay good. I of course have the Physicians Formula Eye Booster, my ColourPop Supernova shadow in UFO. It's like a coppery liquid shadow with like a pink shift to it. Really beautiful. I haven't played with this on my eyes for a really long time. I have my MAC pigment in tan, a Meech and Mia pigment in white, although this looks gold on the eyes, I've noticed. This is the NYX Prismatic shadow in Bedroom Eyes. It's just like a coppery bronzy type of neutral shade. And then the Sephora Collection, single shadow in the shade Pop Idol. This is really beautiful. It's like a bluey purple kind of duochrome shade. I really need to play with this more. So that was everything that's in my everyday makeup drawer. Again, this stuff is going back and not being decluttered, so I just kind of breezed over that as quickly as I could. Also, I'm just going to move this mascara to the side. Okay, let's start here. I feel like I need to use this a little bit more. This is the Chocolate Gel Liner from Bang Beauty. We got this in BoxyCharm. Was it the August box maybe? The one curated by Laura Lee. I was really not impressed with this, and also I just noticed it's like already drying up. Do you see how it's pulling away from the container here? It's not falling out yet, but I have yet to find a way that I like this product, but since it's still pretty new, I am going to keep it and give it a few more tries. I think it's going to be easiest to just pull all of them out. This is the Mally Evercolor Starlight Waterproof Liner in the shade Ice Blue. I really like playing with this in the winter, so I will be holding on to it. It's an icy blue, as the name would suggest. This is the Rimmel Scandalize liner in nude. This is my favorite nude liner, but because I just relaunched my blog, I was going through all of my old posts and I discovered that I've owned this for over 3 years, which that is really gross to put in your eye. And Rimmel is not a company that I'm buying from right now, so I won't be repurchasing this. So if you have any other nude liner recommendations, I would love to hear them. The only one I have now is this Pixie one, and it is drying out. I'm stuttering. So this is the first product we are actually decluttering. Next, I have this Beauty For Real Eyeline in the shade Chocolate Fix, another brown liner, but this one is much deeper than the Jante Blue one, so I'm going to keep this, and this one is much more creamy as well. The Jante Blue one is pretty dry. This is the Pencil Me liner in the shade Amethyst. Again, going back through my blog, this was in my very first Ipsy bag ever. Again, over 3 years ago, so it needs to go. It's really dry anyways, but it is a really pretty purple shade. And as you can see, like, these are still, even the Rimmel one, like, they're still so long. How did I not get through them in over 3 years? So that's the second one we're decluttering. This is the Smashbox Always Sharp Waterproof Liner in Penny Lane. This is a gorgeous, like, penny coppery shade. Really metallic. It looks awesome in the waterline. There we go. You can see it a little better there now. This is the ColourPop Mr. Bing liner in collaborations with Kathleen Lights. Another brown. I just like brown liner. What can I say? And they are all different. So this is Mr. Bing. It's much more warm than the Beauty For Real one. This is the Modster Ardency In liner in the shade Gold. I don't have any other gold liners, so I'm going to keep this one as well. That is really, like, glittery and metallic. Super beautiful. I forgot to put those other ones in there, sorry. This is the CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus liner in the shade Midnight Blue. This is super old as well, but it is really pretty. It's like a teal kind of shade. So this needs to go because it has long since expired, but now I'm missing a lot of fun shades in my collection. Like, I only had really pops of blue and purple, and both of those are going, and I need a new nude liner as well. So drop your recommendations down in the comments below. But this is the third eyeliner that we're getting rid of today. Moving over to this side, I know it's out of focus when they're down here, but these are all of the black liners. I'm going to start here with the Pretty Vulgar ink liner. I've used a ton of this, and I really enjoy it. You probably won't be able to see inside of it, but just trust me when I say there's a huge dent in here. And this is the only black gel liner I have. I try not to keep more than one, so that's going to stay. I guess I have two liquid liners. I thought my Physicians Formula one was the only one I had, but I do have this Butter London Stroke of Wow one. It's one of those roll-on liners. I only used this once and it scared me basically, so I haven't used it again. It is black, but I'm honestly scared to use it. I feel like I should hold on to it since it's pretty new in my collection and try my best to figure it out and give it a few more tries at least before I pass it on. This is the NYX Très Jolie liner in the shade Pitch Black. I bought this because of Kathleen Lights, as I have with most of my collection. And when you swatch it on your hand like this, it is pretty black, but again, this is something else that I should maybe try a little bit more, but I don't recall being overly wowed with it on my actual eyes, but for now I will keep it. This is the L'Oreal Silkissime liner in black. This is, I can tell it's old because probably can't tell, but it's drying out in there to the point where it's like pulling away from the wooden pencil part of the packaging. It does, oh yeah, look, I just smushed it all the way in. Okay, well I can't even swatch it. I'm not going to sharpen it for the purpose of swatching it. This is a really black, really creamy eyeliner when it's, you know, in its prime, but it's gone off for me. So this is the 4th liner. This is the Vintage by Jessica Libiskin Smoky Eye Pencil in Jet Black, another BoxyCharm product. This is not overly black. It's more like a super dark gray, but it does say it's a smoky eye pencil, so I do like smoking this out on the lower lash line. It smudges really well, so I am going to keep this. This is the Bella Pierre Gel Liner in Ebony. I don't love this liner. It really drags, like I'm pressing really hard on my hand, I wasn't even in frame, to swatch it here. It is black, but it like pulls on your skin, and you really don't want to be pulling on the skin around your eye area, so I'm going to toss this one as well. By the way, I'm not passing along any of the eyeliners because I don't know, going around your eye area, that's kind of gross in my opinion. Plus all of these ones specifically I think have gone bad. This is the Hikari liner. That's all it just says Hikari on here. It doesn't have a shade or anything, but it is black. I believe they call it Raven. And again, not super black, but it is smudgeable, and I don't know, I don't need on an everyday basis something that is super like pitch black. If it's like black enough, it works for me, so I'm gonna hang on to this. Plus I don't really have that many liners anymore. I just recently tried out the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Perversion, and I did put this in my Sephora VIB recommendations because I was super impressed with it. Look how creamy and black this is. This is probably my favorite black liner that I have in my collection now. So here's what my liner collection looks like now. I am going to pop back in my mascara because that's where it lives. So I have, 6 colored liners and 6 black liners now in here. We got rid of 5, and then I do have to add in these ones when they're not in my everyday makeup drawer, but I think that's a really reasonable collection. Moving on to my glitters, and also just to recap again, I have my MAC Pigment and my ColourPop Supernova shadow over here in my everyday makeup drawer, as well as this Meech and Mia pigment I am just testing out now. I have 2 L'Oreal Infallible shadows. One is in 002 Hourglass Beige. These are kind of like pressed pigments in my opinion, and this is a gorgeous like champagne type of shade. I like using this all over the lid, in the inner corners. I've even used it as a highlight on my cheekbones before. Super beautiful. I'm definitely going to be keeping this. Similar, but one I haven't gotten quite as much use out of, is 757 Silver Sky, and this is a silver shade obviously, but this one has like more chunks of glitter than the Hourglass one does, and it's obviously cool toned as it's silver, and I don't wear a lot of cool tones, but I think it's good to have a silver one, something that's really punchy and not just like a regular old wash of color, if that makes sense. So I'm going to keep this. I just recently used this M Princess pigment in the shade Melting Maple, and I actually want to swatch this for you guys. It is so beautiful. It's very messy packaging, but how beautiful is that? It comes off a lot lighter than you might expect from looking at it in the pan, but it's kind of like a metallic, like pumpkin type of shade. I think it's so stunning. But it is very messy. Like, I just made basically a pile of pigment and it's all over my fingers. But I will keep it for now. Maybe I can figure out a way to depot that. This is the Cover FX Shimmer Veil in Amethyst. I really love this liquid shadow. I will swatch it maybe over here. It's like an iridescent purple shade. I don't have anything else like it. These are two like stacks of glitter basically. We have a purple, a pink. This is like an icy pink and a white. I never ever use these. It's time for them to go. I don't even know what the purpose of like these are. They feel like a shaving cream brush thing, like in a men's shave kit. Like it's stiff. I don't know. Very strange. I'm going to pass these on. These are not really like expired, I wouldn't say, so I think someone else could use them, but they are leaving my collection. Moving over to more single shadows. These are my single powdered shadows here. I'm going to start here with the Wet n Wild Trio. This is Walking on Eggshells. I am of course going to keep this. This is just a classic. If you are really rushing out the door, have like zero time basically to do your makeup, this will get the job done. There's a brow bone, crease shade, and eyelid shade. Their crease shade is shimmery, but in a pinch, of course, it would work, and I really like the formula of these old ones. I have yet to try the formula of the new ones, but I still really want to, so that is staying. I'm going to also be keeping these two NYX Prismatic shadows. This one is in Mermaid and this one is in Girl Talk, and I just tried these out not too long ago and I really did love them. This J-Cat Blinkle Shimmer Shadow in Tangerine Light is beautiful. It's a glittery orange, like a reddish orange shade. How stunning is that? This is a great fall shade. I have the Urban Decay single in the shade Sin. This is another like classic shade. It's just a light champagne and you can use this on your cheekbones as well. This is the Joe Fresh single in the shade Pebble. This is really old, not great quality. This is like super old school Joe Fresh makeup. They've since like rebranded, relaunched, and there's a whole bunch of new makeup at both Superstore and Shoppers Drug Marts here in Canada, and I do want to try some of the newer shades. This is the newer makeup. Like, see how dry and patchy that is? It was a really beautiful taupe shade, but it's just old and gross. This is the Indulge Beauty. It doesn't have a shadow name. It's like, I don't even know where I would have gotten this. Probably like a discount store. It's probably like a no-name type of brand. It's a really light blue. I can still see the skin on my finger through that. Like, definitely not good quality, not something I want to keep around. So that can go as well. This is a Body Shop single in the shade Melt My Heart 201. It just looks like a basic, like light gold shade. Oh, it's a lot smoother than I thought it would be, actually. Wow. Okay, although the shade is like pretty standard, I'm actually gonna keep that because I didn't really give this much of a chance because it was the Body Shop, but that is actually really beautiful. Lastly, I have this Pixie by Petra eyeshadow duo. This is in Apricot Glow. I remember really liking this, although I haven't reached for it that much lately, I should say. And those are really beautiful, so I'm actually going to keep this as well. Alright, so here are what those two bins look like now. This is like my glitter and shimmer bin and my single slash duo and trio bin here. Lots of space when before I couldn't fit anything else in there. Here is a look at everything I am decluttering. I think that's pretty good for a collection my size. My collection is not all that big, and I feel like the amount of liners and single shadows that I have is not unreasonable. I did not pull out my cream shadows or my ColourPop singles because I'm not really ready to declutter those. Basically, I knew I wouldn't get rid of anything, I don't think. So maybe we'll do that after I've gone through the rest of my collection if I feel like it. We'll have to see. Let me know in the comments down below how you think I did. I think I did okay. I probably could have done better, but this is my first time ever decluttering my collection, and getting rid of anything is a win for me, if that makes sense. Let me know down in the comments what you think I should declutter next. I was thinking either lipsticks or blushes, but I'm not really sure. I'd like to hear what you guys think. And let me know if you like that I'm doing a decluttering series. I really like watching these types of videos on other people's channels, so I wanted to film myself going through my collection as well, since I needed to do it anyways, whether it was off camera or on camera. But I'm gonna stop rambling and let y'all go. Please do give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!